Thanks everyone online for holding on. Everybody is accounted for, so we can get started with the meeting. Our current chair, I guess, can start us off. It would be me. That'd be you.
Start with pledge of allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, top of the agenda. 26 PCC chairperson.
Okay, thank you. I'll take this one. Each year we elect a new chairperson for our bylaws. It's a rotating schedule of our voting members. Niagara County, as Garrett led off the meeting, is our outgoing chair. By custom, they will become the TPS chairman. Our bylaws are specify that the newest chairperson is selected by majority vote by PCC at a regularly scheduled meeting, which we are at today. As I said, the chair rotates among our members. Historically, the nominated members are given the option to either serve, to pass, or to be delayed a year. The vice chair is also specified in our bylaws. That is set up for PCC to be the previous chair, in this case, Niagara County. And for TPS, that'll be the next scheduled chair, which is the City of Buffalo. So after discussions with the soon-to-be chair and their agreement to become chair, today's PCC action would be to approve the City of Niagara Falls to act as the 2026 PCC chairperson.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So moved. You can have it. Good luck.
Moving on to action item B, I believe. Oh, it's a roll call. Sorry, roll call. We'll begin with the roll call.
City of Buffalo,
Present.
City of Niagara Falls,
Here.
Erie County, Niagara County, Niagara County,
Here.
Thruway Authority,
Here, online.
NFPA, DOT,
Here.
all the county.
Approval of meeting agenda. Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
Yeah.
To approve the meeting agenda. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We have a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes of December 3rd, 2025.
You can make a motion to approve.
City of Buffalo, second. All in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none. Moving on to communications report with Angelica.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Quickly for the communications report, a lot of it, what I did is I took a look at the 2005 year from January to January, just to kind of see where we're at and how we compare. First, for our community engagement for December, we had our PCC meeting, and we also had the Northtown Community Trail Study public workshop, which we had on December 9th, and that was great. We had stakeholder engagement, New York Materials Luncheon, and the Live Well Erie event. As far as social media goes, in 2005, GVNRTC strengthened its digital presence through 105 social media posts, gaining 111 new followers across platforms. LinkedIn took the lead with an increase of 82 followers on its own. Our content generated over 300 reactions, 67 comments, and 50 shares. While the total digital traffic exceeded 30,000 page views. So that demonstrated a little bit of growth for us. I did include a chart in the communications report for you guys to kind of look. Doesn't look too much of a hike, but there is. And we're really, really excited about that. That was a 2.24% increase that we had from the previous year. Then we go to the website between January 1st, 2025 and January 1st of this year. Our website reported 19,884 visits and 32,004 page views. That's 51% of visits reflecting engaged user activity, which means that they moved around in different pages, looked for different things, clicked on different links, which is great. That is a 4% year-over-year increase in engagement alone, and the traffic 5% year increase. There's a chart there that shows you kind of how people are accessing us, whether it's mobile, tablet, or the desktop, mostly through the desktop. And as you know, this past year, we started using MailChimp. So I wanted to include what we've done so far with MailChimp and what our performance is. We did have a lot of bounce back at the beginning while we were trying to clean out our list. We sent out a total of 69 email campaigns to all of our subscribers. The messages achieved 47.2% open rate, which is great. Of course, we want higher, but that is good. It is a decrease from before, but again, before we didn't have anything. So we're kind of working on what we can compare here. 5.2% click rate, 47.2 open rate, as I mentioned. The unsubscribe rate, the first month was high, but since then it has gone down. It's only 22%. So it has gone down over 41% within the year, which is great. That means that we're doing something, we're cleaning up our list, we're getting good contacts, and that is positive. And of course, if you're not currently getting emails from us, scan the QR code and join our mailing list. And I think that is it. Of course, I included in the report all of the charts if you wanted to look at them with more details later on.
Thank you, Angelica. Do we have any members of the public that wish to address the committee?
Good morning, everybody. I'm the Board of Citizens for Regional Transit. Speaking of meetings, CRT is having a public meeting on January 21st. If you would like to go, it's virtual only. You can do it by going to our Facebook page and you'll find the link to join the meeting there. We talked about some traffic lights. I wanted to bring you guys up to date on the CRT Eastside Parkways Coalition lawsuit that's going on against New York DOT. There is a hearing on January 13th in Rochester. At that time, there will be 10 minutes allotted to each side for going over their legal briefs to decide whether or not there will be an appeal granted on that case. We kind of think we will win that, but the day before, this hasn't been announced yet, but the Homestead Network and many other parties are joining in and supporting the coalition's lawsuit. And hopefully that'll add to their arguments. And so the decision won't be made immediately at that time. The decision will probably come out in March as to whether or not there will be successful.
DeSantis also at CRT. I just want to bring up a reminder that the GBNRTC has offered to create a regional rail committee and advisory committee, and we're still waiting to hear when and how that takes place. I know that most of us all have perhaps more urgent issues that we're dealing with on a daily basis than regional rail passenger issues. But as I always maintain, the fact that we don't start is one of the reasons why we have nothing to show for our. So I look forward to hearing from you on that.
Seeing no other members of the public that wish to address the committee.
Is there anyone online?
Yes, Yes, we have a couple people online today. One was to get the meeting agenda, on our website, and the updated one. And also we have Good Morning, who is the COB representative today?
All skipper.
No. And that is what we have.
Including public participation, is on to action items. We've already covered action item A, I believe, the PCC chairperson election. Action item B, we have, we move on to action item A, the TIP amendment 43.
I think you have it all looked at, Mr.
Yes.
Chairman.
Yeah. I'm going by the draft agenda here. Apologize.
Okay, so I will take 3 of these. So we have one new set of projects that we are looking to add, one modification of an existing project, and the introduction of a series of 11 transit projects. So the first one we'll talk about, we've discussed before. This is the governor recently made an announcement of statewide paving projects. These are 5 of those paving projects for the Western New York region, in particular the MPO, GVNRTC area. Just go through those quickly. The first one is the I-990 from the 290 to North French Road. This is a pavement overlay of the travel lanes. The let is 2/26, so next month. Design approval scheduled for fall of 25. I would think that would have happened already. Total estimated cost of this one, $2.84 million. That money is coming from 100% statewide allocated federal funds. The second, US 219 asphalt overlay from Dewar Road to 2 different bridges over Fisher Road and the I-90. This is another rehab project of US 219 from Dewar Road and Orchard Park. That will include a 1-inch asphalt overlay preventive maintenance treatment. The let is scheduled for 1/26. Total estimated cost of this one is $2.146 million. Once again, that is coming from 100% statewide federal allocated. Third project, New York 240, Davis to New York 277, another rehab project. This will be a single course mill and asphalt overlay. Obligation date is 1/26. Total estimated cost $879,000. Fiscal constraint is maintained as that amount will be allocated from 100% statewide allocated federal funds. Fourth project, maintenance paving of various routes in Erie County, and those include Niagara Falls Boulevard from Kenmore to Sheridan, Broadway from Goth to Dick Road, Millersport Highway from Egger to Hartford. This obligation is 3/26. Total estimated cost of the 3 of those roadways is $7.67 million. That will be covered by $6.77 million of statewide allocated federal funds, PIT bonds, and a small contribution from a pavement maintenance block. Finally, I-190 up in Niagara County, New York 31 to Queenston-Lewiston Bridge, and New York 951A LaSalle Expressway from the I-190 to Williams Road. Another pavement restoration project. We'll also remove and replace deteriorated guide rail sections at specified locations, including new box beam guide rails. Obligation for this one is 3/26. Total estimated cost is $8.85 million. $7.83 million is coming from statewide allocated federal funds, and the additional is coming from PIT bonds. On November 13th, we submitted proposed transportation conformity exemption code, in this case A10, pavement resurfacing and rehabilitation, to the Interagency Consultation Group for Air Quality Conformity, also known as ICG. They concurred with that assessment, and public comments were received for the standard 30-day period from November 6th, close of business on December 8th. No comments were received. Anything DOT would like to add before we vote on this?
Nothing else to add. That was very comprehensive. So, any questions on those projects? Let me know.
Therefore, today's action, as all of the prerequisites were accomplished, would be to approve the addition of these 5 new projects via resolution 2026-1.
DOT will make a motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Seeing none? Move on to action item B. Rick?
Thank you. Okay, this is a modification to an existing TIP project. Pin 501137 is New York 93 from New York 14F to Niagara Scenic Parkway up in Niagara County. DOT has requested to change this project from a mill resurfacing project to a reconstructing project, resulting in a scope change. The request is to add a little over $6 million of state matched STBGP flex funds to the construction phases of the project. Fiscal constraint is maintained as the same amount will be transferred from a pavement maintenance block fund 5B1555. This action was presented and recommended by TPS on December 17th. Anything to add to this one?
Yeah, I mean, in consultation with the locals, and looking at the subsurface conditions of the road, along with the bunch of utility conflicts that we found, that's why the scope change is going from mill to surface. Our design folks and everybody else in the region felt the mill surface was not the treatment that was suitable for this road. So the change was made. Significant cost increase, but it's the right project justification.
Okay, with that, today's PCC action would be to approve the project changes and minor scope changes.
DOT makes a motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none. Moving on to action item C, 11 new NFTA state funded transit projects.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a drink halfway through this.
Yeah.
Okay, so every year the NFTA gets an allocation of NISTOT transit capital to do new projects. So there's 11 new projects that they're proposing with this year's allocation. And if you bear with me, I'll try to get through all 11 of these. So the first one is Lafayette Station, the light rail station, upgrades and repairs. This project will make needed upgrades and repairs to inbound and outbound Lafayette Street Station, roof and related structure. Is that LaSalle or Lafayette? It is Lafayette, okay. All right, so the total cost of that one is $4.45 million, and that comes from 25-26 state fiscal year DOT state rail capital. Second project, rail station panel liner replacements. This project will replace life expired station panels at Metro rail stations. Total cost of this project is $4 million, paid for with 100% state fiscal year 25-26 NISTOT state rail capital funds. Third new project, rail train control system replacement. This project will replace the current train control system for Metro Rail. Total cost, $4 million from SFY 25-26 NISTOT state rail capital funds. Fourth project, rail enhanced digital access communication systems. Project will replace the radio communication systems for NFTA Metro Rail at a total cost of $5.35 million. This will be transferred from 100% state fiscal year 25-26 NISTOT state rail capital funds. Next project, rail tunnel grouting. Project will inject fluid like grout into the soil or rock fissures in the NFTA Metro Rail tunnels to control water, stabilize ground, fill voids, and enhance structural support in the tunnel. The total cost of this project is $1.5 million. That will be paid for through 100% state fiscal year DOT state rail capital funds. 6 project rail subsurface ventilation and damper replacements. Project will replace life expired ventilation dampers at all subsurface metro rail stations at a cost of $3 million. That $3 million will be allocated from 100% state fiscal year 25-26 NISDOT state rail capital funds. 7th project, rail tunnel fiber optic installation. This project will install fiber optic cables along the NFTA Metro Rail tunnel at a cost of $3.7 million. That's $3.7 million will be allocated via 100% state fiscal year 25-26 NISDOT state rail capital funds. Okay, turning to MEP funds. 582651 is bus garage HVAC replacement. This project will design and replace heating and ventilation and air conditioning units at the NFTA Metro bus garages at a cost of $4.55 million. That $4.55 million will be allocated from 100% state fiscal year NISDOT Modernization and Enhancement Program, or MEP funds. Next project, bus garage fuel tank upgrades. This project will purchase and install fuel tank upgrades at the NFTA bus facilities at a cost of $1.13 million. That will be allocated from the same SFY 25-26 NISDOT MEP funds. 2 more. Bus garage door replacements. This project will remove aging garage doors and replace them with new insulated doors. Total cost is $1.25 million. That will be allocated via 100% state fiscal year 25-26 NISDOT MEP funds. And finally, battery electric buses. This project will provide for the purchase of battery electric buses that will replace life and mileage expired vehicles. Total cost of this project is $5.177 million, and that comes from 100% state fiscal year 25-26 NISDOT Accelerated Transit Capital Funds. Interagency consultation group is in a review process of recommended transportation conformity exemptions. Those pretty much include the bus is the replacement of transit vehicles, less than 10% of the fleet, improvement of transit facilities, and also improvement of transit communication systems. I think those were the 3 codes that we recommended. Those are currently under review. We expect an answer in the next couple of days. Any of my NFTA folks have anything else to say?
That was good. Just make sure the public notice on the front is, we revised that one, and it's, so this is the original. I had one mistake, so I'll make sure we got the right one. The projects are all right.
Okay.
It's just the wrong total for bus garage fuel tank.
No. Yeah,
You had it right in your.
I had it changed. I just wanted to. Okay, I'll make sure before that goes out. So therefore, today's PCC action will be to initiate a 30-day public review period to get this project action started. Public comments will be received for 30 days, starting tomorrow, 1/8/26, the close of business on 2/9/26. We always make sure that our public review doesn't end on a weekend, or ends on a weekday.
Do we have a motion to initiate? Second.
Perry County will second.
There's a number of items here. Is there any further discussion or questions on these? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion passes. Shifting to discussion items, we have discussion item A, 2025 streets for award announcement summary. Rich?
Yes. So we were eagerly anticipating the results of the solicitation for the 2025 Safe Streets for All program. We were aware of several municipalities that submitted implementation grants. I wish I had better news for us, but I will tell you who did win awards. The map of all the award winners for the United States is shown there. So 521 local, regional, tribal communities received over $982 million in awards. Those included 554 planning and demonstration grants at $296 million and 67 implementation grants totaling $686.5 million. Focusing on New York, as you can see, didn't do very well. We had one implementation award for $7 million in the town of Mount Kisco. And then the remaining 13 winners were planning and demonstration grants totaling $4 million. Those are listed there. Local interest is the town of Orchard Park for $120,000. And
Okay, we can just do it that way. Well, that was the last slide for the discussion item, so we have the sound. Hopefully, everybody can hear us now. We
have audio only, no video.
Yeah, we can hear you.
we don't have any video. We have audio though.
Yeah, as long as everyone hears us. Were you done with that discussion item, Rich? I'm sorry.
Yes, I was done.
Okay.
Let me check and see.
I think we can move on with the agenda. Sure.
So move on to member reports. Nick, if you go again, the left.
Okay, couple things, tip status, reached out to main office today. Last time we talked, the DOT planning to submit a letter to FHWA for conditional approval. Hoping that was gonna happen before the holidays, that did not, that happened earlier this week. Our hope is that once FHWA receives that, they grant conditional approval, and we can move to implement and move the draft step over to our current step in there. So finally some movement. It's being a little more delayed than we anticipated. For anybody that has, I know we worked with all our partners for October, November, and December for projects that had obligations or schedules they needed to meet. We did not talk about January. If anybody is at a point where a project that needs something to happen in January by this, let us know, we'll work with you and get that moving. So more to come, but hopefully the finish line is in sight. Roadway departure, the award letters went out for the first round. Town of Amherst, Erie County, Clarence, and Niagara County. Round 2 has not been announced yet. We're not sure if the announcement will be formal like first one or more of a soft announcement continuation. They used a little over half of the funds that they had during the first round, so there will be more opportunity in round 2. I know Erie County still has some priorities on the books that we can continue to work with. If anybody else has projects or other implementation locations, I think now would be a great time to start working with us, and we'll get those together. So, any questions on that, let me know. We do now. We anticipate they're gonna use the same, they're gonna use the same forms as last time, right? We believe. So again, if you have more locations, we can start All right, from Niagara County, I will be taking a bigger role on a short-term basis on TPS. Norman Allen is retiring as of February 6th. So we continue to look for his replacement. If anybody's aware of somebody that would be a good fit for the role, then NiagaraCounty.com, posting is on our jobs page there. We're a good candidate. Norm's got big shoes to fill, but he's left the department in really good shape. So short term, I'll be filling in on TPS and maybe bringing somebody else in from engineering staff as well. All I have for that.
From City of Buffalo standpoint, a number of projects under design throughout this winter. We'll have some public meetings and we'll work with GBNRTC to make sure those are put through the social media platform. That's worked out well for us on a couple of recent public meetings. So we'll do the same thing as those dates are officially locked in. So,
For NFTA, last month I said early January, a good decision. Next expansion. It's looking like it's going to be closer to the end of January, so looking forward. But we could tell our the LNW station is open. It is limited access. We're continuing to work through all the projects that are funded to provide additional access, but we're around if you want. I'm happy to give them a key. Thanks.
The only update is we're continuing to support the new Auburn system, collecting data, so if you don't have access, let me know when you want access, or if there's something you're looking to get some data or any kind of, or if there's any additional features to the system that you'd like to see, let us know. We're going to promote that. I mean, to move during some of the bigger weather events, the storms, it becomes very difficult. So that's why we don't have access today.
From Niagara Falls, we are undertaking a Main Street Line project. So
before we get to mine, can we do or check in with the Thruway? Matt Chihuahua is representing the Thruway today. See if they have any updates. And also our friends at Seneca Nation, I think we're on at least initially, and if they aren't have any updates, we'd be happy to, or at least give them the opportunity.
Good morning, everybody. I don't have any updates for the Thruway at this time.
Thanks, Matt. Okay. So I'll move on to director's reports. The first thing I want to do, I want to recognize we have new policy members. One of them's here today, Brendan Mahaffey, will be representing NFPA moving forward now that Tom George is retired. Mayor Ryan was inaugurated on January 1st, so it'll be the fiscal policy for City of Buffalo. So welcome to those two. I also want to recommend, we have a new staff member who just started. Stephen, who you probably recognize, was an intern with us and will be continuing on a full-time basis. He started with us for Christmas. Members, please stick around after I have a brief update on the office space RFP that I want to go over before you leave. And the last update for everyone. The WP public comment period is open right now. We had our public meeting on Monday. Comments are due until the 20th, and all the information is on our website. Where we got a few public comments, so happy to entertain any more by close of business on the 20th.
We have an online comment as well, before we close out.
Okay.
All right, so this is coming from Carl Skompinski. And the comment says, where does one find information of the rollout of MyoVision in Western New York? Every agency points to someone else. Located city, town, highway departments are not responsive, especially the City of Buffalo. Someone should be managing the rollout as lights intersections and know the rollout schedule, as intersections will need to be synced and tuned. In addition, who is the contact that could give a presentation on the topic to a group if requested?
I'll give a broad answer to that. it's complicated because each individual local municipality owns the monovision cameras. So DOT owns some, the city owns some. The city of North Tonawanda has some. So each individual municipality could give updates on their own. At this moment, we don't have an overarching update on that. However, that is something we're working towards, at least with a communication study that we're doing on a regional basis to figure out how we can get them all to talk to each other.
And NITEC has the Regional Traffic Signal Committee which pulls and brings all those agencies together. We work through, coordinating and standards and stuff like that. So sort of through NITEC, but again, we wouldn't be the one responding. Each of the agencies that owns and operates the.
Yep. And the NITEC work is all internal to the members. That's not a public facing committee. So that's a broad answer, and I'd be happy to follow up with more after for season.
Okay. That was it.
Great. This brings us to the adjournment. Do we have second? All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Good job. You did better than I did my first.